Welcome, everyone. For today, we will begin our series on crafting effective sentences for journal articles. So, we will dive into our first and fundamental rule for writing effective sentences, which is simplicity. In this short session, we will explore why straightforward and clear language is not only beneficial but essential for academic writing. I will demonstrate how simplifying your sentences can enhance understanding and retention for your readers, making your research articles more accessible and impactful. So let's start by identifying common complexities in scholarly writing and learning how to strip them away to reveal strong and clear ideas. Writing is easier to understand and absorb when it is as simple as possible. Every writer, in terms of journal or any writing activity, should present ideas with simplicity. So, in this presentation, I will outline various tips and tricks based from my experience in writing for journal articles to help you simplify your writing to the maximum. So, I think these techniques are commonly used by research writers to create what we call economic or tight writing, which is essentially writing without specific redundancy. It is economical, every word is necessary, and each sentence is concise with minimal extra detail, avoiding long windedness. There is no unnecessary complexity that can hinder the sentence comprehension. We also aim to remove the heaviness of official language and eliminate distractions when they are not needed. When writers strive for maximum simplicity, your writing becomes easier to understand and digest by the readers. It also gains punchiness and pace. We eliminate any sense of dragging and creating a sense of speed in reading. Simplicity has a really unique beauty, and we will explore what contributes to it or what hinders it. So let's take, for example, these sentences. In light of the considerable vastness, remarkably diversity, intricate, multifaceted nature of the numerous persistent economic challenges that continue to prevail, we have come to the conclusion, following a thorough and comprehensive evaluation of the country's prospects, that a wide array of potential scenarios could possibly unfold. This sentence needs translation because it is definitely not plain speaking, making it difficult to grasp the idea quickly. It is a sentence full of unnecessary words. The core message of this sentence is about the unpredictability and complexity of economic challenges with the uncertainty of future outcomes. Phrases like in the light of considerable vastness, remarkable diversity, intricate, multifaceted nature, and following a thorough and comprehensive evaluation are verbose and can be simplified without losing meaning or context. So we will replace the complex phrases with simpler ones and reduce the overall length of the sentence to improve clarity. So I want you to focus on the key elements that are crucial to the intended message. In this case, the uncertainty of the economic outlook. A simplified version can be given by this sentence. Given the economic challenges, the future is highly unpredictable. So this one is very easy to read. without losing context of a very long, winded sentences, as you can see in the number one item. So, another example, objective considerations of contemporary phenomena compel the conclusion that success or failure in competitive activities exhibits no tendency to be commensurate with innate capacity, but that a considerable element of the unpredictable must invariably be taken into account. Whew, it's hard to breathe reading these sentences. So my my good advice to you is, if you read the sentences and you are having a hard time to breathe, then also you must decompose it maybe into two or three sentences. So, what is the main content of these sentences? Simply means we could decompose this in a simpler idea, such as success is not simply determined at birth. So, this is the economical typewriting that I'm telling you about. So, when you are writing research articles, um, as a peer reviewer and an associate journal editor, we prefer economic typewriting without the fussiness of unnecessary words. So another example, so I'll explain this one. So another example. So read the sentence number three. So it reads like effective pedagogical, sorry for that, strategies are imperative for fostering environment conducive to educational success. So again, we can decompose this step by step. So one major obstacle is to simplify in writing is the use of fancy language. When simple ideas are expressed in an unnecessarily complicated way and fluffiness, it makes your writing slow and heavy. To avoid this kind of language, say what you want to say as simply as possible, then add embellishments only if necessary. So again, consider this example. First, let us decipher peda- pedagogical strategies. So it simply means that uh, teaching methods. The other one is effective, translate easily to the word good. So we have good teaching methods are important. So decomposing it further, the phrase fostering an environment conducive to can be simplified to creating a space for. Finally, education success or educational success simply refers to student achievement. This simplifies the original sentence to good teaching methods are important for creating a space for students' achievement. But in its sense, it's still a long sentence. So to make it more direct and focused on the beneficiaries, we could refine it to good teaching methods are important for student success. According to the principle also of clear communication, this could be further simplified to students succeed with good teaching method. I think the last sentence is clearer because it uses more direct language and shorter phrases, which make it easier to read and understand. It avoids unnecessary jargon, focusing directly on the cause, which is good teaching methods, and its effect, which is student success, making the statement more accessible and engaging for a wider audience. So next example. So the company has initiated a series of comprehensive measures aimed at optimizing operational efficiencies across all departments. So let us take a different example again and simplify it using the method described. This sentence is also verbose and packed with formal terminology. Breaking it down, initiated a series of comprehensive measure means that the company has started taking steps. The optimizing of operational efficiency part simply means improving how well the department work. Putting it together, we can simplify this by simply stating that the company is working to improve efficiency in all of its department. This is a more straightforward version. So this version is simpler because we remove unnecessary words. It makes it also more direct for easy understanding of a wider audience. It clearly conveys the action working to improve and the goal efficiency in department without any extra complexity. So let's move on. Another example. So another example, Starbucks has launched several new strategies to increase domestic coffee sales. So let us simplify this more. Starbucks is trying to boost coffee sales domestically. When you encounter terms like implemented, initiative, a number of, they sound overly formal and very bureaucratic to me, in my opinion. So a simpler version of sentences in journal article writing resonates better. I'm not saying that that vocabulary is not important. Yes, it is important, but the way you construct your sentences is for the readers, for the wider audience. So I recommend that the sentences be structured in a simpler manner rather than in a sophisticated way. So my advice is to start by critically evaluating each sentences that you write and ask yourself if it can be made simpler and more direct. Then continue to refine your language until it can't be simplified any further. So, another example. So, I will provide you with an update by the end of the day. So, you can simply write this one. I will update you by the end of the day. But still, this is a cumbersome statement. Consider the impact of every sentence you wrote. Was this bloated in your articles? Your writing would become slow and cumbersome, for sure. So when you replace wordy prose with concise, tightly edited sentences, the entire reading experience becomes smoother and more enjoyable. So how about this one? So since you're updating within the day, so the more compact version for this is I will update you today. So moving on, sample number 7. The particular point that I am articulating here is that the colors red and gray go well together. So think carefully about the contribution of words in the sentence. First, we can get rid of the point for sure. So the result will be my point is, or we remove the particular. My point is that the color red and gray go well together. Or we can decompose it further. The colors red and gray go well together. I think we can decompose it more into simpler sentences because it is implied that red and gray are already colors. So we can use these simplified sentences. Red and gray go well together without losing context. As you compare this to the original sentences, so we are not losing the meaning of the specific sentences. It becomes more effective because it's much more simpler and it is much more easier to comprehend. So another example, I will take your proposal into consideration. So its equivalent is I will consider your proposal. So if you observe, we are not losing context. So in journal article writing, each sentences or every word must contribute to each sentences. So another example, I am seeking a new job at this moment in time. So again, although this is already a short sentence, this is still bloated. So we can get rid of some words here. So for example, I am seeking a new job at this time. So we can further decompose this, I think. I can say I am seeking a new job. So again, without losing context and meaning. So another example, this is what I have observed in some journal articles upon reviewing. These are the most commonly used bloated languages, in my opinion. So at the present time, you can say now or currently exhibits a tendency to can be replaced by tends to, in view of the fact that can be replaced by because. A large number of simply many shows a propensity for often demonstrate a likelihood in simpler manner likely to, owing to the fact that you can say since a considerable amount, you can say a lot of, a significant quantity is equivalent to numerous. On a daily basis, it simply means daily. That's simple. Should it occur that if in close proximity, you don't need use the fancy word of proximity. You just say near. And the last one, make an inquiry about is about. So you see, so for the sample references, which is a great also references where I learned to write simple sentences, I recommend The Secret Sauce of Great Writing by Shani Raja in 2023. So to end, please get a habit of spotting these tremendous opportunities that you have for cutting down words to create this punchiness in sentences that I'm talking about. But also, don't forget to factor in other consideration. If you remove, if you cut down much words, so maybe you will lose the context and meaning. So it is up to us also to develop the sense of skills to make the sentence simpler. Because the AI technology today, honestly, cannot do it. So I've tried using ChatGPT to simplify sentences. It it sounds AI. It's not human like. So the first rule, again, of writing good articles for me is to create some simplicity. So again, thank you very much. So see you for the next series where I will talk about more about economic writing, such as removing implied words. So thank you very much.